Morning.
Why right in my face? Like, you don't put it right in your face. You move it to your nose when you say morning to everybody?
Oh, right here.
Okay. That'd be like back here, not...
Well, you're short.
Good moving.
Perfect. People been complaining they ain't seen you in a while.
Go ahead and show him your motorcycle there.
Now he'll laugh at him because his is bigger.
Oh, did you get you an e-bike?
We both got us one.
You got him camping too, Dave? Are you going camping too?
No.
He's going not this week, but next week.
So this morning we are greasing, blowing off combine, and dumping trucks. We've got everyone's favorite coworker with us today.
All-star employee.
All-star employee. Is that what you want the back of your jersey to say?
On a plaque.
A plaque.
Hang it on the wall with my face.
I was thinking the plaque would have like a picture of a jackass, like a donkey.
That'd be yours. That'd be work. That'd work.
But we're going to finish this corn here. This field we started last night. We got about 40 acres left. It's going to be terrible corn. It's probably going to be the worst field of the year. And then we've got a 10-acre field beside it, and then we're moving.
Where are we going?
Right now we are picking up Jim. He's bringing a truck down. Any more questions, All-Star?
I have the answers, not the questions.
Something like that. Yep. Nope. Just push. First, you're going to want to scoot that seat up. All the way down. Black lever on the very bottom.
Okay.
Can you reach the floorboard? Okay. Now you're going to push the brake, put that in D.
Let's go.
Yep.
Stack on crack.
You don't see it.
He's funny. We don't go where
So there's a lot of girls really famous on the internet for driving semis. Are we famous now?
Yeah.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Man, I don't think I'd even get in here. That was the last load from yesterday, 11%. Wow. Pretty freaking dry corn. You ever heard the Brad Paisley song, Waiting on a Woman? Truck's empty and I'm waiting on a woman. Well, I'm glad you brought the camera, but you also brought 22 mag.
Prepare.
Want to learn to drive this? His dad asked if I'd run the combine. He was going to go work on something else, so here we are. So we kind of figured this would be the worst field, and it's not disappointing. Pretty bad. So right now we have Ideal Harvest going. That is this thing here. Basically, we are fully autonomous at the moment. Seems to be working pretty good. I'm still setting some parameters. Basically with Ideal Harvest, I can come in here and like right now I want a little bit of a cleaner sample, so I'm moving this little dot towards cleaner sample. Or we can say we want no cracked kernels, or we can say we want to know absolutely zero loss. Kind of got to pick your poison, and then you can adjust how much emphasis you want on speed. Like if you just want to make sure you're going top speed all the time, slide that bar over. Overall, we're doing pretty good. We're not really losing any grain. Just trying to get a little bit of the cob out of the sample with see if Ideal Harvest to do that. We also have cruise set 6.5 miles an hour, and if we need to slow down, we will. But we're currently at 70 bushel corn, so I doubt we will need to slow down any. That's what 70 bushel corn looks. Oh, 60 bushel corn. Turns out we'd been cruising for a little while with the door cracked open.
Makes me feel safe, secure.
That's why you don't lean on the door. It's a lot quieter now, isn't it? Right there, the sample looks pretty darn clean. Does that look like clean corn to you, Kayla? That's some good looking corn.
Oh.
Well, at the bottom of the tank, you're going to get a little bit of cob. But overall, that's pretty clean. So right here in this field, we have a pretty good slope where the cart's on a slope like this, and I'm on a flat. This was one of the reasons why we really wanted a newer model Fendt. Could have got a better deal on a leftover 2022 they had steeply discounted. But in 2023, they increased the angle of the auger, and they're a lot taller. The 22 to 18 models were very flat, which we would have probably just got into the grain cart right there, and well, we didn't really want to have to deal with that. No regrets, other than the bad corn, but pretty good right through this part of the field. Don't worry, we're going to see. Well, it'll be like that, except without the 2. It'll just be like 3 bushel over here. Coming up on some bad parts of the field. But right through here is pretty good. You can see a gravel pocket, like right there. And over there, but right through here is good dirt. We're getting ready to get into the real bad gravelly pocket of this field. This field is so dry, we can run as fast as we want to run, but I can't because the field is so dry. It's very, very bumpy. It's one thing the Ideal doesn't have the greatest is a track system, in my opinion, compared to the Claas. I think the Claas had a superior track system. It's not as noticeable until you get in this kind of condition where it is just very dry and extremely bumpy. 5 miles an hour, it's fine, which is kind of normal running speed, but when you get up around 7 and 8 miles an hour, it's all you can do to stay in the seat. But yeah, you're looking at 20 bushel corn here. Watch that monitor just fall. Now we're back into better corn. This will be 150 bushel corn. Now I could sit here and pretend that all the corn is that terrible. It's not. In this field I've seen 220 and I've seen now 10. So it just depends on what part of the field you're in. The field's going to be pretty low average up. Well, it's 11:54 and we've done 43 acres already. I think we're going to shut the combine down, go up to shop and eat some lunch. And keep on keeping on. Just cooking for hours in the kitchen, weren't you? Mm-hmm. She might have cheated in DoorDash, but it's okay. Hey, don't overexert yourself.
Wake me up. Wake me up when it's time to move.
So we're in the next one. That was our lowest yielding field. It made 106. So there was spots that were pretty good. There was a few acres there. It was actually pretty decent corn, but it's just when you have a few acres of it makes 7 or 8 bushel, it really drags your yield down. Like I said, we knew that was going to be a bad spot in that field. Wasn't sure how bad. We knew it was going to be bad. So kind of expected that. Hopefully the worst is behind us. This field, I mean, it's right beside there. It's not going to be great, but it should be better than that. And the next one we're going to is a gravelly field, but I predict it'll be 120 to 140. Just had a stick plug up my corn head. Get that out of there. Hopefully it comes out of there pretty easy. Who knows? Maybe we combine another deer. If you didn't watch us a couple years ago, I hit a deer with our gleaner. Popped its head right off. I don't think that's the case now. I think we just have a stick. Going around these frickin' trees, you have stuff like this. I'm kind of surprised a stick would plug this head like it did. But apparently that's what did it. I don't see anything else that plugged that unit. Guess we'll get in and see what happens. There we go. And we're good. Perfect. See, we do have some good spots. They're just few and far between, and they don't last very long. Time to move. This field is very rough. Very, very rough. I don't know if it's the tracks. They don't ride the greatest, but hasn't been this bad in any other field. If it's because this ground is so hard and dry, or if it's just rough, or a combination of all three. I'm going with all three. When we were harvesting this field, capacity wasn't the issue. I could not go above 6 miles an hour because it was so bumpy. It's going to rattle this combine to pieces. Go ahead and move our power ladder. Well, if you're rolling down US 35 on September 19th, you might have seen us. Finally got into some less bad corn. This field's running like 150. Feels like we're in some 300 bushel corn compared to what we've been running. We are shaking and baking now. I think we've got a little bit more rain in this area. The double crops here look pretty decent, and this is gravelly ground. They look a lot better here than they did at the farm we just came from. And the corn is yielding about 40 bushel better, so I think we're gonna make 150, 160 here, which kind of surprises me. Same variety corn, planted the same 2-day window. Kind of surprised. Don't get me wrong, it's not great, but for the conditions, 160, 170, 150, somewhere in there, it's pretty good, all things considered. Not bad. Starting to get some fluffs, kind of playing with the reel a little bit to feed that in there. That's why we have this, so we can still just run like a banshee in this dry corn. Just push that stuff right in there, kind of. It's hard to show because I need both hands to do this. Get this bonus row here. Starting to get the hang of this reel. While we were unloading on the cart, I had a lot of fluff building up right there. Just a big ball of leaf material on the top of the stalk. And before I was just trying to gradually flip it in, but I've gathered that you just got to drop that reel on it and then pick it right back. Starting to get some right there, so we're just gonna drop it right in there and then pick her back up. And by the time we get up out of there, pretty well be gone. Well, it was the last time. I think if the reel would go up faster, it would probably do better. I think that's the problem. It doesn't go up fast enough. There we go. There we go. That's better. So that's why we have that reel on there. Every video I get asked about the reel and why it only covers 6 rows. Well, it's a folding corn head, and if it covered all 12, we wouldn't be able to fold it anymore. But we don't have down corn, but it's pretty handy for stuff like that. We just got a hydraulic temperature alarm, and I think this might be corn up on the engine. Either way, we got to go up there, take this, blow it off of there. At least I hope that's all it is. We'll find out. Oh, nothing looks too bad up here, so maybe we gotta look around. But got a little bit of corn right there. Unfortunately, sometimes when the Ideal overflows, she overflows off the back. Well, we just finished this field. We're 95 acres in. Dad told me to just take this to the shed, put it up, because we are switching to beans tomorrow. I don't know, I figured we'd run some more corn, but we are kind of out of corn that's really, really dry. But I have a feeling if we really wanted to, we could just keep on keeping on. This field made 162, so that was at least an improvement. Well, since we're done, I guess I need to blow this head off and I guess prepare for departure. What did we do before leaf blowers? Tell you what we did, we had a broom. Now we got our feeder house cleaned off. Got to drop our reel all the way down, and then we can fold our head. So we've had a folding corn head, I'd have to look, but probably since 2014 or 15. I'll tell you, it saves us a lot of time. And we're ready to roll. Plan is tomorrow we test out that honeybee. Farm Science View ended today. Our honeybee rep was working that show. He's going to stop over in the morning and help us get that going. There's a couple things, basically just showing us how to work it in float mode for beans. Very anxious to see how it does. I don't have high hopes for our beans, just judging by what the neighbors are running. I heard 6.8% moisture talking to somebody. A lot of sub 10 moisture. And it's just very depressing. I wish we don't have a rain in sight. If we did, we'd probably just wait till it was about to rain before we did any more beans, but so goes it. But hey, at least we could try the new head.